Wir haben jetzt Jesse Abney im Interview. Er hat gerade eben einen Vortrag gehalten über das neue Need for Speed Shift und wird sich jetzt auch einigen Fragen von uns stellen. Jesse, kannst du die coolsten Features des Games kurz erklären? Can you explain to us the coolest features of the new game?
Well, certainly innovation in the visual effects system. The true driver experience is really an ode to what first-person shooters have done so well in creating visceral and immersive experiences in that genre. We really hadn't seen that tapped into in the driving space. So creating an immersive first-person driving experience from the perspective of a race car driver, building a visual effects system in the Slightly Mad Studios engine to be able to support that, and then playing up the brutality of crashing these vehicles at high speed was just all kind of part of that visual system that we really never saw portrayed in a driving game, never done a Need for Speed game, and really had never taken this sort of experience from the perspective of the driver before. So in crafting and delivering that type of experience, we think we brought something wholly new to the racing genre.
Okay. So, can you tell us the biggest differences compared to the last Need for Speed games?
Well, I mean, they're very vast and very apparent. For starters, it's an authentic racing game based on track racing, very much rooted in professional automotive motorsports. Last year's game was a fictional story that progressed through an open world with cops and high-speed chases. So at their root, they're very different games. More significantly, it's the introduction of Slightly Mad Studios' brand new next-generation racing engine. They're the studio that brought us GTR and GT Legends, a very hardcore group of passionate racing fans, building PC simulators in the past, now bringing much more of a realistic, authentic racing experience to the Need for Speed franchise. Thirdly, I mean, again, the innovation in that space with that new next-gen engine, the visual system, the physics system, the audio system, the career structure, and the driver profile are just a couple of those things, top five, that really set this Need for Speed apart for the first time.
Wow, that's quite a lot. What is your personal favorite update in the franchise, in the game?
Well, pretty much everything that is that true driver's experience, from the cockpit cam, which I've learned to love, the visual effects system, which I think is as exhilarating and as exciting as most any driving game I've ever played. The AI system that complements that, I call the third dimension of that driver experience. It's a very organic AI system. They have a number of personalities that run through the grid. Personalities dynamically change based on their position. They have a bit of a grudge system that runs through the veins of them. So if you decide to drive aggressively, they'll come back at you pretty hard. If you're a precise driver, you stay off, you hit your brake points, they'll observe the rules of the road. So that nature in AI, that personality traits that are creating a human fallibility. You'll see AI incidences occur on the track that you don't even have to be involved in. You'll see a AI racer miss the brake point and slam into the wall. That's a really cool thing to see in a racing game, and it really just brings a further level of immersion. And I'm a huge fan of bad AI, I guess you could say. To me, it's one of the things that brings you right out of an experience immediately. Playing simulation games, always watching the perfect AI race car race the perfect line, hit the brake point, and really make the game unfun for me is never an exciting experience. And so as a third dimension to that driving experience, the AI is just kind of icing on the cake. Did they say that in Germany?
Yeah, they do. So, what do you think about Gamescom and the fans, the community in Germany?
Oh, it's amazing. My grandmother told me never put all your geeks in a row. But here we have a vast array of amazing people, equipment, demonstrations of passion for video games that we have a passion for. We typically, as a game developer, sit in a vacuum. We sit with a lot of people who have our like-minded interests. We develop a game with a number of people that are, obviously we're all game developers. We're always thinking about the game and the experience of the game, but we're rarely experiencing that from the fans' perspective, that from the player's perspective. And so it's always a great treat for us. I know all of our franchises that are here at Gamescom, they just love that experience, I think. It's amazing for me. I've been a fan of the industry. I've been in it for 14 years, and it's it's still fun and games. And to see, especially much younger people, enjoying that like I did when I was that age, it's really cool. And especially in Europe and Germany, I dig it.
Thank you very much for the short interview.
Thank you.
Wir verlosen noch das Need for Speed Shift Poster mit der Unterschrift von Jesse. Schaut auf unsere Seite, um alles darüber herauszufinden. Science ist live für uns.